Hey everyone, Brian Zane here. Well, WWE has announced the newest class of NXT recruits this week. Joining Matt Riddle and Mia Yim is former Ring of Honor television champion Punishment Martinez, former Impact Wrestling Knockouts champion Chelsea Green, former Rugby Pro Daniel Vito, Ultimo Ninja, nephew of Hector Garza, and 7'3" Jordan Umagbian, a Nigerian native who played collegiate basketball for the University of South Florida and Morgan State University. In other signing news, Impact's women's division just got a lot stronger with the addition of Jordynne Grace, who has reportedly signed a 2-year deal with the company. A sudden venue change for Game Changer Wrestling's Los Angeles debut in November. Joey Janela's LA Confidential, which was set to take place at Avalon Hollywood, has now been moved to the Hi-Hat on York Boulevard. Janela said on Twitter Thursday that the original venue had pulled out after expressing concern over one of the advertised performers having a criminal record. This is likely a reference to Nick Gage, who spent time in prison for his involvement in a 2010 bank robbery. The show will go on as advertised at the new venue on November 16th, the Friday before Survivor Series. Less than 80 tickets remain. You can get them at joeygoeshollywood.eventbrite.com. The show will also stream live on Fight TV. For those of you who can't get a ticket for the wildest event on the high seas, there's good news. Fight TV has announced they'll be filming a special on the Jericho Cruise. The special will debut on November 3rd and will feature matches from Ring of Honor as well as the Alpha Club versus Bullet Club match. As for the cruise itself, less than 10 cabins remain for the voyage set to begin on October 27th. For more information, set sail to ChrisJerichoCruise.com. There are lots of stories of wrestlers missing their flights, but this one takes the cake. In a Twitter video posted this past weekend, David Starr had to apologize to Rev Pro UK fans for being unable to attend his scheduled booking because the airline he was booked through, Primera Air, had gone out of business.
Primera Air went out of business last week or 2 weeks ago and decided not to notify pretty much anybody, specifically people who had tickets purchased with them. I was not notified. Revolution Pro was not notified. Nobody was. This is completely out of everybody's hands.
Starr says he tried to work with other airlines to make it to England on time, but no flights were available. In an effort to recoup the money he missed in England, Starr is holding a mystery merch sale through October 29th. You can get the details about that on his Twitter page. Taking a look back at this past weekend, AAW Pro, based out of Illinois, made their Texas debut this past week with Austin 10-12. The show saw Trevor Lee defend his AAW Heritage title against Rich Swann, Kylie Ray bested Thunder Rosa, Andy Dalton came out victorious in a 6-man Texas showcase match, and ACH won an emotional main event grudge match against Eddie Kingston. It was exclusively revealed to our own Felix Finch by AAW owner Danny Daniels that along with future trips to Austin beginning in 2019, AAW is looking at Detroit and Milwaukee as the next locations for expansion. Our Felix Finch was in Austin this Friday night and has this report.
Man, how are you enjoying this?
I'm enjoying the show. I can't wait till they come back again. Every match so far has been amazing. I love it.
What match are you most looking forward to tonight?
Well, as you see my shirt, I'm a huge Sami Callihan fan. But you know what? Every match on the card, I'm excited to see. Every match I'm equally excited to see.
We're enjoying AAW. This is our first foray to Austin. How are you liking it, man?
So far, so good. It's been very fast. Like, all the matches outside of the Trevor Lee one have been like zoom, 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 nonstop, which is pretty exciting, but I'm almost overwhelmed, to be honest.
The besties in the world versus extra talented blew me away. It was like so much fun. It was just a great, really awesome match all around.
After the first show at Austin 10-12, man, how'd you feel about that Austin crowd?
I liked it. It was a good time. I want to come back. So.
You want to come back? What brought you this far south as opposed to something a little closer to Chicago? This is about as far as you can get.
Kurt Stallion. He brought me here.
Kurt Stallion brought you here?
Kurt Stallion thought we can do well, and we did well, so we're coming back.
Thanks, Felix. Well, Combat Zone Wrestling held their Better Than Our Best event in Voorhees, New Jersey this past Friday. Fans witnessed the crowning of a new Wired champion as Jordan Oliver beat Blackwater. In the main event, Ricky Shane Page beat Mance Warner to become the #1 contender for the CZW World title, while in the opening contest, MJF defended said championship against David Starr. CZW returns on November 10th with Night of Infamy. And over in England, a new champion emerges. Viper is the brand new Pro Wrestling Eve International Champion after winning a 4-way elimination match against Jordynne Grace, Casey, and Laura DiMatteo in a tournament final. Also on Friday, Jamie Hayter qualified for the She Won tournament after defeating Little Miss Roxy, and Emi Sakura earned a future championship match after beating Kaylee Ray. Looking ahead to this weekend, the NWA celebrates its 70th anniversary at the Nashville Fairgrounds this Sunday with an action-packed card. Former world champion Tim Storm seeks victory against Peter Avalon in a grudge match. The vacant NWA National Championship will be decided in a 3-match tournament where the winners of 2 4-way elimination matches will face off in the finals. NWA Women's Champion Jazz defends against Penelope Ford, and Cody Rhodes defends his NWA World's Heavyweight title in a rematch with Nick Aldis under 2 out of 3 fall rules. If you can't make it to Nashville this Sunday, the show will be streamed live on Fight TV. In Annandale, Virginia, the ladies of Nova Pro have chosen their partners for the 2018 Sadie Hawkins Invitational Tournament happening Friday night. Pairings include Veda Scott and Jason Cade, Alley Cat and MJF, Jordan Grace and Jonathan Gresham, Tara Calloway and Nick Gage, Penelope Ford and Logan Easton LaRue, and many more. The show takes place at the Annandale Volunteer Fire Department at 8 p.m. The state of Illinois is hosting plenty of action this weekend with 2 big shows happening on Friday. In Berwyn, Rise presents their 10th show, Insanity, from the Berwyn Eagles Club. The show's main event features a 60-minute Iron Woman match for the Phoenix of Rise title as Tessa Blanchard defends against Mercedes Martinez. That venue will also host the ladies of Shimmer this Saturday and Sunday. Meanwhile, in Chicago, freelance wrestling returns to the Logan Square Auditorium for It Came From Beneath the Ring. Matches include a freelance tag title match as the Workhorsemen defend against Isaiah Velasquez and Stevie Fierce, Craig Mitchell versus Caleb Conley, Ricky Shane Page versus Alex Olson, and much more. That event streaming live on Powerbomb.tv. Finally, in West Des Moines, Iowa, the Wrestling Revolver presents Tales from the Ring 2 this Saturday at the Bel Air Ballroom. Marco Stunt debuts against Ace Romero, Rich Swann, David Starr, and Trey Miguel face off in a triple threat, Jimmy Jacobs takes on JT Dunn, and a rematch of the fight heard around the world as PCO takes on Walter. Bell time is at 8 p.m. Now here's a look at what else you can expect in the next couple of weeks. If you have a tip for us, be sure to write to wregretnews@gmail.com and follow us on Wregret News on Twitter. Be sure to send us links to those Clip of the Week candidates. I'm Brian Zane, and I'll see you next time.